Tonight, live on Showtime, Danny Swift Garcia versus Mauricio and Maestro Herrera, live from Puerto Rico. It's billed The Return, meaning Garcia, who has Puerto Rican roots, returns to where his family came from to fight. Danny Swift Garcia is a champion, undefeated. Mauricio Herrera looking to make a name for himself in boxing, who just signed, I believe, a 3-fight deal with Golden Boy Promotions. Now to give us their prediction on tonight's main event from warboxing.com/The Concrete Jungle, Ruben Diaz. And secondly, Eliud Vasquez Torres of BoxingPulse.net. Guys, it's almost time. Let's go. First up, Ruben Diaz of warboxing.com.
My prediction for tonight's main event between Danny Garcia versus Mauricio Herrera. I'll go ahead and take Danny Garcia by a unanimous decision or a late round TKO. I can see the referee possibly waving it off towards the end of the fight. And besides that, Herrera has never been stopped in his career. And at 33 years of age, I think he's just the underdog, either way you look at it in this fight. And he has solid victories over guys like Mike Dallas Jr. and, more importantly, Ruslan Provodnikov. And he's a proven warrior and a crafty veteran. I just don't see him winning this fight. And if he were to win the fight by however he'd be able to pull that off, then the doors would obviously open up for him, and bigger fights and bigger money fights would be on the table for him. And if he were to lose, then I can see him just continuing to be basically a gatekeeper at 140 pounds and just being a tough guy and a good name to put on your resume for up-and-coming fighters. So Danny Garcia, to me, is just going to be too much. He's 25 years old. He has youth. He has speed. He has power, and just physically, he's a much bigger guy than Herrera is. And I think this fight will play out with Danny basically being able to do whatever he wants to do in the ring, dictate the pace, dictate the action, and Herrera will no doubt be there in Danny's face taking his best shots, but I'm not sure what Herrera can do to actually win the fight and beat Danny in Puerto Rico. So this is just, to me, a stay busy fight for Danny coming off the Lucas Matisse victory. And I just see Danny easily winning this fight. And should he win, I think that maybe a move up to 147 would be in his not-so-distant future. I'm not sure if he's having issues making 140 pounds, but I think logically 147 would be the move, but I'm not sure how soon he and his team are planning on doing so. But at the end of the day, for tonight, I have Danny Garcia winning by unanimous decision or late round TKO over Mauricio Herrera.
Ruben, thank you. Now let's jump forward. Eliud, your thoughts on tonight's fight, and in your opinion, where does the winner go from here?
I have Danny Garcia defeating Mauricio Herrera within the first 6 rounds. I don't think that Mauricio has that kind of power to keep Danny Garcia away from him. Danny's going to be charged up. His first time fighting in Puerto Rico. He's going to be energized. I think he's just going to go right through Mauricio Herrera. I seen some of his training camp, and he looks ready. He looks ready to go. He's going to be the Danny Garcia that we're used to seeing in the past. And I don't think just because he's fighting a fighter that has not have the skill set of his last, few opponents, that he's just going to let his guard down. His father, Angel Garcia, is not going to allow Danny to do that. So you're going to see a very focused Danny Garcia tonight in Puerto Rico, fighting in front of his Puerto Rican fans. So that's my prediction for tonight. Where does the winner go from here? If the winner is Danny Garcia, which I have no doubt it will be, Danny has a lot of options at 140 or 147. Probably more options at 147 because at 140 all the other top fighters are fighting for Top Rank, and as we all know, Top Rank and Golden Boy, which is Danny Garcia's promotional company, do not do fights for a while. They haven't, done anything. So the only opponent that I could see Danny fighting at 140 before he possibly moves up would be Ruslan Paratnikov. Paratnikov has no ties with Top Rank, although he has fought Top Rank fighters in the past. He is signed with Banner Promotions, so there is a possibility that he could fight Paratnikov. Other than that, 147 is where he's at. You have Floyd Mayweather, which people have been mentioning him as a possible opponent for Danny Garcia. You still have Marcos Maidana, who's the WBA champ. Also, you have Sean Porter, who wears the title of the IBF. Timothy Bradley. You have so much options for Danny Garcia at 147. So if I was to predict, Danny's career after tonight, I'm thinking he's probably going to have maybe one more fight at 140 before moving up to 147 and facing the bigger guys and more money as well.